Learning React. First of all, my name is Faris. Some of you may know me. I'm a developer at Competa IT. But let's begin anyway. So I wanted to pose the question to everyone. How do we learn something new?
Stack Overflow.
Okay, cool. I like the answers. Who has tried to learn something new recently? Okay, loads of people. Cool. Oh, see, it's not only developers. And you guys probably use podcasts, videos, Stack Overflow. Okay, cool. So you guys can kind of follow me then when I'm talking about different things and ways I learned to program and how I learned React. So personally speaking, there are three things I want to talk about that helped me learn. So number one, perseverance. Does anyone have any idea what perseverance is? No?
Sure.
So to persevere, so I wanna get through all my mental blocks. Perseverance meaning that something that will help me overcome my mental blocks. So you have to persevere through problems that you have. So sometimes you can maybe down when you're learning. You're like, wow, I want to do this tomorrow, but man, I can't be bothered. You got to persevere. You got to go through that and say, hey, if I just take a 5-minute break, 10-minute break, come back to it, look at it again with fresh eyes, maybe I can understand it a bit better. So that's one. The second one, this is really personal. I beat myself up a lot about so many things. I'm like, oh, I need to be the professional right now. I need to understand React right now. You know what I mean? When I just started. But you need to take it easy on yourself. You can't just learn a framework, a library, whatever it is in one day. Rome wasn't built in a day, the saying, right? So take it easy on yourself. And the last one, I think is really important. Mentorship. Well, there are mentors physically. We always think of, hey, someone just standing above us, like, hey, you're doing this wrong, you're doing this right, like, those are mentors. But you could have mentors online. You can have, on a forum, you could be asking someone like, hey, how do I work this out? How do I figure this out? That could be a mentor. At my previous work, I was lucky enough to have 3 senior developers who were great at mentoring me. I was just like a sponge. So I just was like, okay, I'll understand all the information from you guys, learn best practices, not only with React, but refactoring. But then I came to Competa and I thought, hey, I'm the man, I understand React, I want to teach people. And then I met Raymond, of course. And Raymond, he brought me down to earth, he was like, hey, listen, you think you know a lot, but trust me, you don't know the half of it. So a good mentor, like Raymond, for example, like Kim, of course, who's also mentored me and mentored a bunch of you guys, yeah. But so it's definitely something I'd recommend when learning something new. So anyway, let's talk about the actual journey. So the resources, what I used to learn. So number one, Udemy. Who's heard of Udemy here before? I think a bunch of people. Awesome tool. I followed the course React 16, the complete guide, by Academind. There's a guy called Maximilian Marsch, I don't know, he's a German guy, but this guy's a genius. This guy's a wizard. He's got like courses on React, on Vue, on Angular, on nearly everything. I think this guy's got covered. So if you guys want to follow kind of my footsteps, and if you're learning React, this is definitely a course to look at. So in this course, he introduced Create React App. Now, Create React App was a tool, or is a tool, for React, developed by Facebook. It allows for comfortable developing. So you can just get in, you can start coding, you can start making your components, your containers, your whatever. You can work with props, you can work with state, and you don't have to worry about your webpacks, your baubles. You don't have to worry about, how is this going to work? How is that going to work? How am I going to, where's my build street? You don't have to worry about anything like that. Create React App does it for you. You just have to install it. On my journey, of course, I had a lot of pressure, a lot of drive. I told Raymond this in confidence when I first came here. I was like, hey, man, Raymond, I need, you give me all these tasks and it's really cool and all, but you know, I need some drive, you know, I need like a goal to work towards. He's like, okay, yeah, I understand. The next day, Kim comes to me, she's like, hey, I heard you like deadlines, so in 2 weeks, I want you to finish this whole application, you know? So I was like, okay, thanks guys, you know, I like a goal, but I mean, let's be realistic here, you know? So, yeah, you see what I mean? So be careful what you wish for. But yeah, drive and pressure, I mean, that's, in Competa, like I said, I've been wanting this drive and they've been giving it, you know? So I've been really developing, I feel like, in the last 2 months because of that. But anyway, let's go to the code. I think I'm really loud, by the way, guys. Hold on a second. I think I have to change my screen here. Oh, it's over here. Oh no. Here we go. Yeah. Can you guys see? Yeah? Alright. I'm so sorry for the theme, guys. I know everyone, all the dark theme, all the dark theme guys are just like, oh my god. I'm telling you, see, hey, thank you very much, man. Thank you very much. It's for the Beamer, man. It's for the Beamer. Alright, cool. So let's first go over the documentation. So creating a new React app. If you go to the docs and React, we go down to create React app straight away because that's what we're talking about right now, create React app. So what do they say here? Is a comfortable environment for learning React and is the best way to start building a new single page application in React. It sets up your development environment so you can use the latest JavaScript features. Okay, cool. What you have to do, you can use NPX. Who knows what NPX is here? We have one person, 2 people. Okay, cool. So with NPX, you don't really have to say, if you've ever installed Create React App over something globally, you'd have to say, okay, npm install Create React App -g, and then you could use it, you know, as a CLI. But now you just have to use NPX, which is the new thing that comes with npm, and you can just make a React app with Create React App. So that's pretty cool. Well, anyway, I set up the project already for you guys. Well, set up, I just, you know, create React app, and then I got the project. But here we have the app, basically. The app comes in here on the index. You see the render method, React DOM. There's a render method, and they say, okay, everyone probably recognizes, you know, JavaScript, document.getElementById, root. And on index.html, you have a div with the ID root. So that's the entry point for the app. All right? And what are we sending? We're sending app. So let's go to app.js. Cool. This is pretty bland. Let's say, welcome to the meetup. Yeah. Cool. Let's open up. I think it's running already. I think I had it running. Hey, no. Let's run it. There we go. There, live reloading as well. We get all of that out of the box. Hey, let's get rid of that. Damn. I didn't even have to touch a webpack. Cool. Okay, cool. Let's try making a component together, shall we? All right, let's make a components folder. Here you go. Let's do that. And let's make a little component called welcome.js. Now, of course, we import React. Got to do that with everything because React is going to be like, hey, yo, I need React. So what we can do, let's do a plain function here. So we're just going to call it welcome, or plain component even, no class. We're going to do this. And you see, of course, this kind of looks like HTML, right, guys? Kind of looks like a div. I see div here, paragraph. I'm like, yo, this is HTML. But then if you look really closely, hey, we have a return statement. This is JavaScript. We're returning something, man. This looks like JavaScript, but actually it's JSX. It's kind of like a mixture between JavaScript and you have XML. So then you have JSX. I won't go too much into the details. You can look it up. But it's very close to JavaScript, more closer than HTML. So anyway, so we're going back to our component. Of course, we have to return something because JavaScript. And all of the components have to have a parent div or parent something. something with a parent, all right? And here we're going to have a paragraph, and we'll say, hey, welcome to our new components. Yeah. And of course we want to export this because we want to use it in other places, right? Here we go. All right, cool. Let's look at the app. I don't see anything yet. Maybe we have to import it here. Let's have a look here. Okay, let's import. What was it called again? Welcome. From. There we go. Let's just find a folder. Cool. Now we can use welcome tag. Welcome to our new component. Look at that. Looks awesome. We made our first component, guys, in React. Did you guys feel like you're learning stuff already? Right? You feel like, whoa, I'm really learning something here. All right, cool. So let's talk a little bit about the component properties. I'm just going to go over that real quick because this is a little core concept about React. And then I'll just open the floor to questions because I'm sure you guys are like, yo, you need to talk about this more, So here we're going to have, the welcome text is going to have a property called text, all right? And we're going to give it, hey there, this is your property, all right? That's the property, text. We can go into welcome.js and we can add the properties tag. So we're sending in props for properties. And then we can make another little div here. And we can say, hey, I just sent you properties called text, right? Hey, this is your property. We can send stuff from and to a component, which is awesome. This is we're faking dynamic here, but it's just we've hard coded some a string like a sentence. But to be honest, you can do this with a number of things. You can do this with data. You can do this with a bunch of things. So this is just like we're just barely scratching the surface of what React is. Obviously, I just wanted to introduce it to you guys and show you this wonderful tool, Create React App. Thank you for listening. I hope it wasn't too quick. If you guys have any questions, please ask. If not, have a nice evening. Yeah? Any questions? No questions? One question. All right.
Did you work with another frameworks before you start with React?
No, actually, my first framework my first library was React. I only work with JavaScript and Node.js, so when I came into this new company, the first thing I had to learn was React, because our whole stack was based on React. So for me, it was really like a new I loved learning it, but I was thinking like, hey, this is new for me. So
because of the current project you learned?
Then. So their whole stack was based on React, so all the things I had to build was with React. You're probably thinking like, hey, if this guy did a framework or library before, like Angular or Vue, he'd be like, hey, this is much easier to jump into React,
Nothing personal.
No. I understand. But
just curious, do you understand what's the essential point of React? Why is it so special in comparison with another framework?
I believe it has to do with, I take the example of Angular because Vue is kind of a bit of both. But I think Angular is really opinionated. So you have to work within a set idea. That's why it's called a framework. While React is more of a library, you can kind of mix and fix and, so yeah, that's kind of like the base layer. We could probably sit down and talk about it a bit more. You can educate me, I can educate you, and right? Argue whether what's better, what's not. I know there's a lot of Angular guys over here, so I don't want to but
but still, you can share your excitement.
To be honest,
React and
I'd love to.
About it, so.
And to be honest, I've been looking into Vue a lot as well. I've heard like it's the the hybrid baby. It's like the way to go. But I'd love to hear more. I mean, I'm sitting with Jeroen every day opposite me, and he's telling me, "Oh, look at TypeScript, look how cool it is," and I'm like, "Yeah, it's cool, but it looks daunting at first hand." And I think if you're learning something new, I'm lucky, I think, to have been able to work with React instead of Angular. Even though I'd love to learn Angular, it's not like a personal thing, of course. But yeah, thank you for your question, man. Any other questions? No? Yeah.
How does it exactly handle state?
I wanted to show that, but I was like, hey, we're time and all that. But you can work with state in React. So are you an Angular boy? I don't know if you're part of the Angular.
No, I'm
I don't know if
Vue
this is
guy.
Okay. So you can make like a constructor, and then you can call super, and then here you can pass the props basically from other components if you want. But then here you can call this .state, and then you have your state. So give me something, I don't know, image name, and then we can say here. Hey there. Cool image. Cool. And then you can say over here, you can just load it in this .state .image name. Yeah. Did I save it? Yeah, did it come through?
Yeah. Cool image.
Yeah, cool image. Here you go. So it's really like, it's bare bones example. I know, guys, you're thinking like, yo, he's using, we're not really working with data here, man. I just want to show that you do have a state. Yeah, you can use the state. Any other questions? No? Cool, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you.